Good morning, friends. Happy mid-January. Happy waning moon. The footage here is all of a little evening routine I went through last night. Just some snippets of some herbal remedies brewed with intention and gratitude as they were gifted to me, and going through this waning moon sort of ritual made me think about the reintegration that comes after these sort of peak portals of full moon and the liminal space that's often felt between the new and full moons, because so much focus is placed on the energy and essences of the full and new moon that the in-between can often go unnoticed or it's brushed over. So I felt compelled to sit down and speak and guide you through a bit of a meditation to tune you in to these essences and what's bubbling up for you in the spaces where we're asked to soften and explore spaces that we're often not guided through in mainstream sort of channels, and shed some light as the moon begins to wane. So if you'd like to join me, you can find a comfortable seat or recline down, however you would like to rest, however your body feels called to sit, knowing that you'll be there for a bit and going there without judgment or expectation and honoring your present needs. And for the first few moments as you arise, you can just breathe and be in body, breath, and spirit. Welcome the quiet, some semblance of stillness. Know that you are held and supported in your present space, and while I'm but a pre-recorded voice, I am with you in that wavelength, sharing this space with you in a divine modern way. And as you arrive, begin to feel into the more ethereal nature that rises up in between the new and full moon. It's a space of equanimity. We really put a lot of labels and expectations, I think, on the new and full moons. I know personally there have been times when I've expected a lot out of a full moon, and it wasn't as poignant or potent as I expected. Sometimes we simply must allow for these cycles to show themselves to us, and especially in the hours, days, and weeks following this eclipse portal, after 2 eclipses, we need to allow for the clouds to part, the ashes to settle, so as to invite clarity and what we've perhaps been channeling or calling in to rise up and show itself to us. And the space of the waning moon offers a wild gift of release. It's a building to release. It's that collapse before the final moment of descent into the death and destructive element of a sort of gentle destruction element of the new moon. So just a few questions here for your meditation, and then I'll leave you in some quiet. When shifting from the full moon, the light, and moving towards the dark, how do you remain present in those shifts? What rituals do you carry with you through those liminal spaces where there's often no labels, where the practice of equanimity comes with ease? And how, following the peak light and brilliance of the new or full moon, how do you choose to integrate? How do you choose to show up for what was channeled, heard, felt, moved through, and experienced under that bit of the whole cycle? For it's just a moment that passes. How do you carry it with you, whether it be in a way of release or a way of cultivation, in a way that honors yourself in that past moment, so as to fuel future rituals and show up through every moment in the flowing cyclicality of your being, in tune with the cosmos and the moon. Take a few moments here, be in your breath, and ruminate a bit on past experiences and present. These thoughts might be ethereal and more of a feeling, or you might feel compelled to put words to experiences, and for the sake of exploring the inner workings of mind and self, don't hesitate to go for the more grounded way, if that is the way that shows you what you've been craving or what you're feeling open to channeling. But it needs a bit more soil and a bit more tender presence. Spend some time in this space. In the next few seconds, come back to your breath and allow yourself to feel into the clarifying elements, the surrender of the waning moon, and think about how you might show up for yourself in a way that honors this piece of the cycle in a way that you might rarely show up to, whether that's through an herbal bath, an evening blend of your favorite herbs, or some mushrooms. You have your powders. Perhaps you simply move through shapes that you feel called to, that are unique to the waning moon alone, and right now they feel so sacred to this liminal space. And in liminality, there's a sort of thinning veil that's not unlike the thin veil lands of Ireland and the British Isles, not unlike the essence of autumn and Samhain, Halloween. It's the same space that you can feel in the morning if you awake before dawn, or stay up until just before dawn. It's when the spirits and the fairies and the like, those essences, they feel as if they're just a brush away. And we have them made available to us at every waning moon as the light begins to fade. That is autumn, that is the vata, the air and ether of Ayurveda. It is the yin, the descent into the deepest depths of a yin practice. It is feminine and dark and moving towards winter, and we see it not only in the seasonal cycles, the cycles of the moon, but in the cycles of our day, the cycles of our moon cycle, if you experience such. Meaning your menstrual cycle, we experience it in a variety of ways, just within the fluidity and cyclicality of our being. So I'll invite you to explore that in the coming days of this waning moon, for it lasts a bit longer than the new and full moon. There's so much more to the moon cycles than that, and personally I'm taking a sort of vow to honor that and show up for myself through every cycle and maintain the same honor I have for the seasons and my cycles for the moon. Thank you for listening to my rambles. If you'd like to remain in this space of rambling creative flow, you're more than welcome to hang around with some music. I'll leave some time at the end with just the music, about a minute or two. For now, if you are ready to part ways with this space, I thank you for listening, showing up for yourself, and exploring the inner depths and hearing me as I explore mine. If you'd like to share how you interact and integrate following a new or full moon and in the waning and waxing cycles, or how you're feeling in this waning moon phase, please feel free to comment below or message me. There's more on this linked in the description below, including some of the products I used for my little waning moon ritual that came out of nowhere. It was very fluid and beautiful. So I thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of this cycle and this phase when it leaves. Thank you. Blessed be.